What's going on, guys? My name is Lane. Today I'm doing a rebuild of the Green Bay Packers because they got absolutely dominated by Jameis Winston and the Saints week 1, 38-3. It was not pretty. Rodgers did not look good. Of course, we have Jordan Love as the backup. He'll probably be the starter next year, if I had to guess. But you see all the memes out there. I'll try to show some on screen, but he'd rather be the host of Jeopardy. He's compared to Adam Sandler in The Longest Yard. He just wants to get traded out of town. Doesn't want to be there. People saying he still wants to be in a vacation in Hawaii with his girlfriend or his wife, whatever it is. It's pretty funny. But before we go any further, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that would mean a ton to me. You can also become a channel member for as low as $1.99 a month. It helps me out a ton. But let's get into this rebuild. Now, of course, they paid Aaron Jones at running back. He's a 91 overall superstar development. They have A.J. Dillon with star development for some reason. I'll never understand that. But you have to imagine Jones is going to be here for most of this rebuild. Devontae Adams is probably out of town in a year or two. They have Tanya to tight end. Their other receivers just aren't good, by the way. That's why I'm not bringing it up. Of course, Bakhtiari is injured at the moment. They have Jenkins, Myers, Patrick, Turner. The offensive line isn't that bad. I feel like somebody else is hurt, and I just don't remember who it is. Maybe I'm just really dumb. Quite a possibility. Then on defense, of course, they have Alexander. They have Kenny Clark, Darius Smith, Preston Smith, Gary Savage, Amos. We are going to have to work a middle linebacker, even though Barnes, 75 overall star development. I think he's 24 years old. He's 23 years old, so he'll be 24 at the end of the season. Probably going to bring him back, but we have to work at corner. We have to work on the ends. And I'd say that's it. Another middle linebacker, that's fair, but I think that's it on defense. Then on offense, it's really going to be, do we trade Aaron Rodgers to get a picks, and then we start Jordan Love, pick up some receivers for him, so on and so forth, and then we're going to have to work on the offensive line. That's very reassuring. We're 6-1 at the midseason mark, which means we lost week 1 and then won 6 straight. Lions 5-2 makes no sense. The Bears 3-4, the Vikings 2-4. Vikings losing week 1 to the Bengals. I didn't see that happening. I kind of wanted to bet on the Bengals, but I was like, I can't trust that. And they just, I don't know, the Vikings just didn't look good. And now the Lions almost came back in that game, but not look great overall. But who do we have to bring back? I believe Chris Barnes is one of the guys. Devontae Adams will wait on. Tonyan, I think he got extended, but I might be wrong. We have no money. Oh, that's why Barnes is always a free agent. Goody gumdrop. And not only did we make the playoffs, we have the first round bye at 13-4, which is awesome. Bears 9-8, the Vikings 8-9, and the Lions didn't win a game since the midseason mark. That's really funny. Now, who got the 2 seed in the NFC? I'm kind of intrigued by that. The Buccaneers make sense, then the 49ers, then the Cowboys. Falcons made it. They looked awful week 1. Seahawks made it. Panthers made it. I don't think the Panthers looked great week 1, especially against the Jets, but it is what it is. We don't know about the Ravens quite yet, but Chiefs the 2 seed, Pats 3 seed. That was a rough week 1 loss. 2 bad fumbles in my opinion. Tennessee's up there, who didn't look great against the Cardinals. That might more so be a Cardinals thing. Browns up there, Broncos up there for some reason. And the Jets with the 7 seed. I have a lot of questions. Zach Wilson didn't look bad, but I still have a lot of questions. Rodgers, 4,400 yards, 35-11 is fantastic. Aaron Jones, 1,100, 10 touchdowns. A for A.J. Dillon. Now, we will keep Aaron Rodgers, I think, if we win the Super Bowl. Randall Cobb, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. I doubt it, but he's probably in the slot. Adams 1,000 with 8. I don't even know if Cobb had a catch yesterday. He might have. 2 touchdowns for Valdes-Scantling, 7 for Tonyan. Pretty good. Barnes 131. I really don't want him to go. Campbell 114. Sack totals 8.5 for Darius Smith, 7 for Gary, 7 for Clark. And interceptions, we have 3 for Smith, Alexander, and Sullivan. 2 for King, 2 for Amos. What about Eric Stokes? 5 tackles. I see a lot of people saying that Kevin King might get benched for Eric Stokes already into week 2. We're going to have to wait and see if that plays out. Lamar Jackson MVP on the 15-2 Ravens. Rodgers isn't up there for some reason. Coach of the year. None of this ever makes sense to me. Smith went 11-6 and got it. Harbaugh's 15-2. We're 13-4, the number 1 seed in the NFC. Number 5. I never really understand that. Offensive player. I know, let me go back to that. I know some teams, maybe the Jets. If you go 9-8 with the Jets, maybe that's, over the top of what they expected. Same thing for the Panthers. But, the Ravens 15-2, that's kind of hard to beat. Offensive players, Christian McCaffrey, definitely makes sense. He looked fantastic week 1. Hurts also looked great week 1. He never does well for me in simulation. Rodgers at 10. Defensive player, Mack, Donald, Burns, Anthony Barr. Oh, I just went right past the Darius Smith. Offensive rookie Justin Fields, who scored a touchdown week 1. Hill. I honestly don't know who that is. Defensive rookie. Nothing. What do we have for XP? There's 3 for Aaron Jones, which is good. David Bakhtiari's just not back. Huh. I don't think he's out for the season. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. Stokes is our 5th corner who has 2 XP. Yikes. 3 for Gary, 2 for Savage, 4 for Barnes. Clark with 3. We have to find a way to bring Barnes back. And then probably Gary after next year. I think he's a free agent if I remember correctly. But I'm going to upgrade the team, and then we'll go week by week. Playing against the Seahawks, who I did think was going to lose to the Colts week 1. They actually did pretty well, but I wouldn't say they dominated or anything like that. A few bombs to Tyler Lockett. We lost 28-21. Great. Okay, now we can definitely move on from Aaron Rodgers. I feel like, I don't know why I went to stats. I feel like we have to get a first-round pick for him. And I feel like the Broncos or the Texans or the Dolphins, probably the Broncos if I had to bet, but it's definitely somebody who give him a first-round pick. At least 1, if not 2. Rodgers, 204, 1-1. Wilson, 236, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns for Aaron Jones. Touchdown for Adams. Touchdown for Rashad Penny. I don't know why I said it like that. Touchdown for DJ Dallas. I don't understand, why not just do D and the J? It's the same for me. My name's Steven. Why? And then everyone calls me Steve. No one calls me Steven, but my grandmother. Why not just call me Steve? I never get it. The Chiefs getting some revenge, taking down the Bucks 27-16 with Mahomes, the Super Bowl MVP. Makes sense. The Chiefs kind of started out rough yesterday with the Browns just throwing all over them. Then Baker Mayfield made a bad interception near the end of the game. Was trying to throw it away, but it just wasn't pretty. Probably could have threw it a little bit higher. I understand he was falling to the ground, but not really what you want to happen, obviously, but you definitely don't want to see that from Baker Mayfield in that situation. It says we have negative $17 million in cap space. That's not good. Nobody retired from our team. I don't think we can trade at the moment. It says it right there, available salary cap, negative $17 million. But I do want to check just in case. Yeah. All right, I'm going to see if we can cut anybody because I really do want to bring back Barnes. Also, are they not allowed to trade at this point? I would assume at this point they'd be able to trade. Maybe not. I don't know. Alexander we could cut for save a lot of money. I don't want to do that. Who's the big contracts? Well, Redmond we'll get rid of too, but that's down to $16 million. Get rid of Yidium. That's that's $15 million. Not doing that. Not doing that either. Okay, we're down to $14 million. Don't really want to get rid of Sullivan. Scantling, so that's down to what, $12 million? Sure, now we're down to 11. We're getting down there. Now we're down to 10. I don't think we're going to be able to bring him back. Jenkins, we're not getting rid of. Randall Cobb, we can definitely get rid of. Let's start there because I'm not really interested. If we're getting rid of Aaron Rodgers, which we're definitely going to be doing, so I have enough money that I can franchise tag one player, and I think it is going to be Barnes. He's young. I know Tonyan might be nice, but I feel like we're going to go through a little bit of a mini rebuild during this rebuild because there are a lot of good players on this team, but we're about to lose Aaron Rodgers right here, right now. I am going to manual trade him. I'm not going to put him in the trade block. We're going to try to get 2 first-round picks, which I think is almost a given from probably the Broncos. They don't have the money to do it. I'm going to send him straight up to the football team who just lost Ryan Fitzpatrick, so he's not going to be there next year. They have a good roster for Rodgers, great defense, so I kind of like that move. So in theory, we should also have some money left over. Might be wrong. We have $12.5 million. I don't know if there's going to be anybody here that I'm like, oh, we got to bring in for this 1 year. Hooker wouldn't make sense. Ingram wouldn't make sense, even though he looked good for the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go to the draft. That makes me feel better. I was going to trade him to the Eagles, but I was like, Jalen Hurts looks good according to the stats. Yeah, it's like Kerry Sharp and stuff up there. The draft class, for some reason, when you start in week 1 is always the same. I don't understand it. It's just something we're going to have to deal with and get used to for now. I hope it changes once week 2 comes out. But we'll see. So we're very desperate at receiver. So what I think I want to do is actually go Zach Darby, early first-round talent. He runs a 4.43. But his top 3 skills look fantastic. A deep threat. We're going to take him at 14. 78, normal development, unfortunately. 94 speed and acceleration is fantastic. So that's a good pick. And then I'm hoping Peter Judge is still on the board. I know I took him in, I think, my Cowboys rebuild. If I remember correctly, I think it was that one. What did I just do? Okay, I didn't take anybody. Peter Judge. 76, normal. I thought he had hit it. Shows what I know. This is a little bit of cheese, but I know Randy Tiller has hidden development, has star development, so I'm going to take him 72. Ooh, 4th round pick, Paul Hill. I did not know about this one. 70 overall, hidden development. So the defensive line is set. Love it. So I put a few players on the trade block. So we have Preston Smith as Zadarius Smith. I actually put Kingsley, I believe the left end or right end's name is, who's the starting right end at the moment. But I'm going to send Smith out here for a 3rd round pick. That's easy. Yeah, really. You can't afford to move my right outside linebacker at the moment. Does that mean Zadarius Smith's going to be the same thing? I love how they can't put the position in there, by the way. It's same thing. Is it going to be... Yeah, this game's cool. So good. Well done. And now they don't even want to trade for him anymore. It's Kiki. Why did I think his name was Kingsley? It's Kingsley Kiki. Okay, that's why. I really want Hill to start, but we'll have him back up Kiki for his final year in his contract. I mean, this defense is good aside from the corners, but I think Stokes should be able to step up as the number 2 behind a 98 overall Alexander. Certainly hope so. Then in offense, we have Tiller starting. Bakhtiari's back. Jordan Love's our quarterback who does great in simulation for every other team but the team I'm controlling. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Of course, we are in 3rd place at 2-4, technically tied for 2nd place, but we're tied with the Bears and the Lions. That's atrocious. And how are the Vikings 4-3? I just have a lot of questions. We could definitely still make the playoffs. It's not totally out of reach. But Alexander's coming back. Jenkins is coming back. Smith is not. Amos maybe. Gary is. Savage is. Barnes is. There is going to be big time turnover. We have a ton of money, of course. I didn't even notice this. We have a trade offer for Preston Smith, who's going to be gone. Give me the 3rd round pick. Still can't get the 3rd round pick. Cool. What a plot twist. Vikings didn't even make the playoffs. We have a wild card spot. The Bears got not the 1st round bye. We're playing them week 1. I can read sometimes. Let's see how, of course, Jordan Love did, but I want to find out how Rodgers did for the football team. Love 4,000 yards, 26-15. Not bad for his first year starting, but also not fantastic. Jones, 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns. 13 for A.J. Dillon. Pretty good. Boston College. Cool. I didn't know that. Darby, the rookie, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. St. Brown with 3. Rodgers 4. DeGora with 5. 6 for Aaron Jones. On defense, Chris Barnes, 132. 106 for Ballentine. Ballentine? Might be Ballentine. Ballentine's kind of weird. Sack totals, 10 for Smith, 9.5 for Gary, 7 for Judge. That's good. Hill also has 4.5. Interception, 6 for Alexander's awesome. 3 for Smith, 2 for Smith, Barnes, Amos, 1 and 1. Let's go to the football team that is in alphabetical order for once. How did they do? Actually, we're not going to see their record. But 32-15, that's about the same he did for us. I'd say Dwayne Haskins. Sure did. He's back. Colt McCoy receiving. Gage on that team. Interesting. With McLaurin, with Samuel, Tonyan's on this team. Gibson. Be pretty loaded. I think if Rodgers and Adams are gone at the same time, they'd probably find the way on the same team. That's just my opinion. But of course, that's not going to happen in this. Lamar MVP. I believe that's back-to-back. Nothing from our team. Coach of the year, Mike McCarthy. The football team went 10-7. NFC offensive player. Jalen Hurts is up there. That's interesting to see. We have nothing. Defensive player. We have Smith at 5. Who do they have? Young and Davis. Offensive rookie, Romeo Walton. We have Darby at 3. Who's Charles Burton? Nothing else from our team. Defensive rookie, Judge at 4. Dockery at 10. I thought Hill might be up there. You know, one thing I didn't think about when I was trading Aaron Rodgers. Oh, the football team didn't even make the playoffs. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I was like, we might have to play them right away. And that'd be concerning because we'd probably lose that. Now, we knew Tiller had star development, 5 XP. Darby has 3, gets him up to an 81 overall. What about Hill? Hill, we don't know, but he has 2 points. I don't know why Kiki isn't starting over him. Sometimes in this game, they do very, very weird things. Stokes with 4, 3 for Barnes, 2 for Dockery. Just a lot to go around. And I do have my XP sliders on, which if you don't know, I do 170 for everything. Just seems easy enough. Seems fair, balanced. But I'm going to upgrade the team. We're going to see if we can beat the Bears. Can we take down the Chicago Bears, who are 10-7? This is a big wild card round. And we cannot. We lost 28-26. I imagine Justin Fields lit us up. 190, 2 touchdowns, 118 quarterback rating, 275, 2-1 for Love is not bad. I don't like the interception, but it is what it is. Touchdown Jones, 2 for Herbert. Robinson, 81 yards, 2 for Mooney, 1 for DeGora, 1 for Aaron Jones. The Chiefs with another Super Bowl beating the 49ers, 42-27. Mahomes, another Super Bowl MVP. Not too surprising. So we lost nobody. What about the NFC East? Rodgers still on the team. Okay. Now, we're not going to get rid of Jordan Love because they did trade up to get him, if you remember. So they would give him at least 2 years, maybe even his whole contract, and just wait and see. Smith can go. Amos can go. Barnes cannot. I couldn't make him an offer earlier on in the midseason mark. So we'll make that offer for Chris Barnes, Smith, Kiki, Crosby, Sternberger, Billy Turner. We're good. Now, we made a lot of offers at free agency. I made an offer to Bobby Okereke. I made an offer to Josh Lambo, mostly because of the name. I understand that's not how you spell Lambeau Field, by the way. Jamal Dean, I made an offer. Marquise Brown, Amos on a 1-year deal. But check this out. Aaron Rodgers, a free agent. Quinnen Williams with X Factor. We have Kenny Clark, so we will never do that. But boy, is that tempting. And then Tyreek Hill's up there. I'm not going to do that. I understand he has no offers. I'm not going to cheese that, offer him a low deal just for no reason. He would make so much money. And it's just not going to come from me. I do apologize if you want to see Tyreek Hill on this team. Dean turned us down. That's unfortunate. And we didn't get a response from Okereke. Why is that? Because he got more money. Well, I'm going to offer him more money because now we have more money now that Dean turned us down. I did think Dean would take our offer. All right, we're above that. Because we do need help at corner. Like, we really do. I wanted it to be, Alexander, Dean. I don't know why his name blanked. And then Stokes. That'd be pretty good if you ask me. Fenton's up there. Darby's up there. Verrett, who just got an ACL torn again. Feel bad for that guy. But I'm going to go. I know that doesn't sound like it. That sounds like sarcasm. But he probably should have seen if he could have got a long-term deal anywhere else. Maybe he couldn't get any because he's always hurt as of like right now, too. So maybe that's why, but we got Okereke, we got Bryce Callahan on the team. So really, in the draft, we have 2 first-round picks that we are both 10-7, but they didn't make the playoffs. We need a guard, we need a tackle, we need a tight end, I would say. Maybe another receiver. Maybe we look into like a quarterback later on in the draft. Hill has star development, by the way. We need a left outside linebacker and a safety, I would say. So we have pick 18 and 20. I put a bunch of players on the board. I think one of these guards I'm going to take, or the center I'm going to take at 20, and then maybe hope another one falls in the second round. But I've been looking at Sean Thorpe, who looks good. I wish we didn't bring in Okereke because Lockhart would be fantastic on this team. And I hate to say, I'm either going 2 offensive linemen or we're going to take Moorhead and then 1 offensive lineman. And I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go to Sean Moorhead, tight end. 75 hidden development, so he'll be starting right away. Great. That's awesome. Now I just have to decide which offensive lineman I want. I'm hoping one doesn't get taken by the Steelers, even though they should take an offensive lineman. They take a receiver. Okay. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think the 2 good choices are probably Boyce or John Randall. And I think it has to be John Randall. Oh, yeah, definitely has to be John Randall. He's a 75, does have normal development, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, 90 strength, 76 run block, 69 pass block. Can't really ask for much better than that. Ooh, Bowie's still on the board. Add him to the team. A little too excited for normal development, but he's ranked number 11, and he looks fantastic. So we couldn't find a red outside linebacker I really liked in the draft, but I think that'll be all right. Every other position on defense is solid. Then I also drafted Aldridge, the right tackle, 73 overall. So we have Randall, Aldridge. We have Tiller, who I drafted. Moorhead, Darby's up to star development. I really just hope that Jordan Love plays well. I really do. And I know he's not going to, but I hope he does. We're undefeated. Apparently, Jordan Love heard me. To be undefeated at the midseason mark. Wow. Now, we are going to play the Ravens, so we're probably going to lose. But we're going to wait on Amos and Lambeau. Whoever that is. Callahan, Dillon, Love we're actually going to wait on. Degora can go. Runyon can go. St. Brown can go. So we're good. You might think I'd bring in Jordan Love right now. And that's fair. But I do want to see how he's doing. Which you have to imagine is good. I think if he makes the playoffs, we're definitely going to bring him back. But if not, if we fall apart right now, I'd probably let him go. We're being totally fair. Not only did we make the playoffs, we got the first round bye at 12-5. I saw the Vikings with 3-14. Yikes. Nothing crazy up there. Of course, it's a few years in the future. The Texans are back at it, but they probably still have Deshaun Watson, even though I guess technically he's not suspended or injured or anything. He's just on the roster, just dealing with what he's dealing with, probably going to jail. It's unusual. It would make this game a little bit better if they could do something about that. Just take him out. That's all I'm asking for. Love, 4,100 yards, 34-8. I could speak. Jones, 1,600 yards, awesome, but only 9 touchdowns. 9 for A.J. Dillon, 2 for Minor. Brown, 1,000 with 7. I doubt it. Darby, 965, 10 touchdowns on 102 catches. Love it, love it, love it. Rodgers, 764, 8 touchdowns. 3 for Moorhead, 640. That's great for the tight end we drafted. Okereke, 111. Barnes, only 88. Sack totals, 10 for Clark, 8.5 for Judge, 8.5 for Gary, 4 for Paul Hill. Interceptions, 3 for Amos. Might have to bring him back again. 2 for Okereke, 2 for Savage, 2 for Callahan, 1 for Bowie, and then 1 for Anton Patterson. We're 5th in offensive yards. I guess we had 1,600 rushing yards. That makes sense. First in defensive yards. Whoo, boy. Mahomes MVP, taking it away from Lamar, winning it back to back to back. Rodgers on the Buccaneers. Imagine going from Tom Brady to Aaron Rodgers. How funny would that be? It's like, well, we had Jameis, and then we got Brady, then we got Rodgers. Who could they go to after that? Like, it'd have to be like, oh, then we got Stafford, and then Mahomes came over here, and just be a long line of things. We are... What? We're not up there. But there's an 8-9 team and a 9-8 team. That's insulting. Any Packers? Nope. Ian Book's up there. Kaepernick's up there. Rodgers is up there. Defensive player Isaiah Simmons. Where's all our players? Offensive rookie, nothing. Wait. Okay, Moorhead's at 2. I was going to say. Defensive rookie, we have Bowie at 5. And we have Worthy at 10. Don't know who that is. I already upgraded our team, but Randall's up to an 80. Aldridge is up to a 77. And Moorhead star development up to an 80. Love's up to an 80 as well. On defense, we drafted Bowie, who's a 77. I think that might have been it. Worthy, I know they drafted technically. I think that's it because we drafted the offensive line. Can we beat the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons who looked awful against the Eagles? I know I already said that, but I was watching that game. It was atrocious. They're kind of one of those teams that's like, we want to rebuild, but we also want to win, so then they do neither. Kind of a weird thing because Kyle Pitts did not look that great. I understand it was his first game. He's going to be great, but looked a little unusual. We're in the NFC Championship. Got to beat the Dallas Cowboys to make it to the Super Bowl. Let's see if Jordan Love can do it. He might be able to. 12-5 versus 12-5. We have to take a look. I have to see if we beat the Ravens the first time. We did a 24-21. Let's see if our team can get the job done in a Super Sim. We marched right downfield. Now, we do have the best defense in the league at 7-7. 10-7's good. Justin Tucker can't kick a field goal from there for some reason. 17-7 at halftime. 17-14. Looks like they're going to score. There it is, 21-17. This is not good. 28-23. This is still not good. Why? I don't want to lose to him. Or him, or him, or him, or that guy. I don't even know who that guy is. That's not John Harbaugh. 141, 2-1. 56% completion. Oh my God. Dobbins, nothing. Touchdown Edwards, touchdown Dillon, 2 for Cush. 2 touchdowns for Moorhead is good. 1 for J.K. Dobbins and 1 for Sammy Watkins. Unbelievable. Sidney Jones is the Super Bowl MVP. I guess Lamar didn't play that well. J.K. Dobbins didn't. So that's one of the instances where like a defensive player makes sense. Even though they let up 23 points, but that's besides the point. We let 35, which is really bad. So we have to bring back Jordan Love. I would say that bringing back A.J. Dillon is not necessary. Aaron Rodgers is finally done. NFC North, Mitchell Schwartz again. I saw him tweeting a lot during the Chiefs game yesterday, being like, oh, Pat's so good. I love Pat. It's like, okay, we get it. We get it. Callahan could go. We have to bring back Jordan Love. We have 2 years left, I believe. We're not going to give him like a mega contract, but just enough to bring him in. Even though you should argue that maybe I should give him a more realistic contract. I'm going to go 4 years for A.J. Dillon. Okay, he'll take that. That's fine. What does that leave us with? About $25 million. No, that's fair. Tyron Smith is up there. That doesn't make sense for our team. Noddy doesn't make sense. Jordan, J.J. Watt. Sure. We don't need Lambeau anymore. We need Justin Tucker on the team. 87 overall with Superstar. Claypool, I think we're fine at receiver. We could use another one. That'd be fair, but not too concerned about it. Amos, once again, I'll give you a 1-year deal. Why not? I don't know if we're going to find something better than you in the draft. Eddie Goldman, Zach Moss, Richard, Lambeau, Lawan. Julian Love's way down there, which is interesting. Deshaun Hand is down there, which is also interesting, but we're just going to go for, I guess, just Justin Tucker. Was that the only offer we made? I think it was. I should remember. It was 2 seconds ago. Oh, no, Amos. That's right. How could I forget? The football team have the first overall pick. If only I could have traded for this pick rather than the 2 I got. It'd be way better. So I've been looking at these corners and these safeties. The best one has to be Devin Whitley. I think he might have normal development, which is going to be disappointing. But he doesn't. 80 overall hidden. Goodbye, Amos. Hit the bricks. 2 players still left on the board. We don't really need another safety, but it works. We might put him down to corner. 74, hidden development. And then our next pick is going to be that receiver. He should still be there. Like I said, we could use a number 3 receiver. It's not like a dying need where if we don't have it, we're going to lose. But it's good enough that we'll take him. Blackwell, 74 normal. Not bad. 95 speed and acceleration. I like to play with him. That sounds bad. So Amos is gone. Goodbye. We are going to take a little bit of a hit, but not a huge hit. And actually, I'm going to put Whiteside down to right outside linebacker and see how that grabs us. What does that look like? Down to a 70, but that's way better than who was starting, so that's good. I believe Carey's also right outside linebacker. No, he's left outside linebacker. Okay, so that's good. Judge is up to star development. So it's really just the corners on defense, but we were the number 1 ranked defense. Then the offense looks good. Obviously, Aldridge, Randall, Tiller are coming along. We have a good left side of the line. Moorhead, 80. See how we do. At the midseason, 5-2. Now we have 1 year left. Vikings 4-3, Bears 4-3, Lions 3-3. We kind of just have to keep the team together. Bakhtiari might be here. He is. So I think Jones actually is going to go because we brought back A.J. Dillon. I understand he's a 99 overall, but I'm not big on paying running backs that late. I understand it happens sometimes. I don't know if he is the exact rule of sometimes. Maybe you guys disagree. But I just can't imagine at 29 years old, he's going to be 30 at the end of the season. They'd be like, yeah, let's bring him back. I just don't see it. Granted, I didn't think they were going to bring him back this time. But here we are. Apparently, A.J. Dillon, not good enough. Amari Rodgers can go. Myers, we actually don't need, but he's not that bad of a player. I might bring back Jones. Just not right now. Definitely not right now. If he has like a killer season, then yes. But as of right now, I just can't. We didn't make the playoffs, period. That's insulting. I looked at the middle of the screen. I was like, ooh, first round bye. Nope. We went 7-10. Bears and the Lions went 10-7 and the Vikings 8-9. You just hate to see it. You really do, especially after paying your quarterback. 4,100 yards, 32-9 is not bad. It's not like Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, stuff like that, but it's not that bad. Jones, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. I think we're just going to let him go. Dillon with 6. Brown, 1,000 with 5. Darby, 790 with 6. Only 80 catches, but he had 102 last season. Blackwell, 705. Awesome for the rookie. Moorhead with 5. On defense, Okereke, 134, 108 for Barnes. Sack totals, 8 for Clark, 7 for Gary, 5.5 for Judge, 5 for Hill. Interceptions, 4 for Alexander, 2 for Gary, Bowie, Whitley, Savage. Whitley, sorry, wrong one. 95 tackles, 2 interceptions. And then Whiteside, 63 tackles, 2.5 sacks. Not bad. 27th in offensive yards. This defense has to be top 10, though. What? All we lost was Adrian Amos. Mahomes, another MVP. They went 16-1. A big surprise. Zach Duke's up there. Andy Reid, of course. Are we going to have, and of course we're not. Look at that. Matthew Stafford and Christian McCaffrey. Nothing. Defensive player Khalil Mack. Big surprise. Nothing. Offensive rookie Zach Duke. No. We have Blackwell. Defensive rookie. Whitley at 6. Whiteside at 10. Love only has 2 XP points. That's not good. Tiller with 3. Why is Randall not starting? 2 for Moorhead. Blackwell with 2. I never understand it. Whitley superstar. Whiteside superstar. Whoo, boy. Okay, we have to work on corner. And I almost want to argue quarterback, but I don't think I'm going to. The 16-1 Chiefs didn't win another Super Bowl. The Browns did at 21-14. John Johnson, free safety, Super Bowl MVP. How could you name your kid John when your last name's Johnson? Like, that's just cruel. And there's no other way to put it. Now, we know Aaron Jones is the only free agent to be. We don't have a ton of money. He could just go. He really could just go. Yeah, I'm not giving him 4 years at 30 years old. Not happening. I don't know if he thinks he's Adrian Peterson or what. Just not happening. Of course, Aaron Jones is the best ranked player, which makes sense as a 99 overall. But DeAndre Hopkins in our final year would just be fun. He looked incredible yesterday for the Cardinals. So, yes, I understand. I said I don't want to pay a running back at 30 years old, but I'll pay a receiver. Why not? Why not. We really need corner help. Jalen Waddle didn't look that bad, by the way. I'm going to bring in Marcus Peters. The thing is, I know for a fact DeAndre Hopkins is going to turn us down. This final year of free agency before the final year, somebody big always turns us down. Every single time. Told you. Told you. Happens every single time. I almost want to make a video just to test it. Russell Gage is up there. Kenny Golladay is up there. I'm not going to bring any of them in. Now, I think if I was in this situation in real life, I'd probably just trade back. But since we have 1 year left, I want to go Blake Rogan so bad. So bad. Let's just do it. 75 hidden development. I might just let him start. Why not? Scrambling quarterback style. Jordan Love let us down, even though we just paid him. But I don't know. I know I can't really let him start. I understand that. I've been looking around. I'm going to go Lindsey Devine. 76 in development. Won't be good enough to start, but very, very solid player. There's not much we need. In the third round, I took Will Bradham, cornerback, 75 overall with hidden. All right, so that is one position we needed. I didn't even notice them all the way down the list. So we are an 89 overall team with our new starting running back. I guess not new, but our starting running back, A.J. Dillon. Didn't exactly find another receiver, but I think he'll be solid with Brown, Darby, Blackwell is up to a 76 overall. Offensive line golden, almost 80s or above, which is awesome. Then on defense, like we just have Devine as a backup. We just have Bradham as a backup. I like Whiteside to be our starter. Good. I drafted a lot of players on this team, huh? Whiteside, Whitley, Judge, Hill, Devine, Bradham, Bowie. Even on offense, a few, right? The three offensive linemen, Moorhead, Darby, Rogan, Blackwell. Let's go to the playoff. We don't make the playoffs again as an 88 overall team. That's crazy. Let's look. Bears made it at 8-9. So it's not even a tough division. I don't mind not making the playoffs if there's just one team that's really good. Or even like halfway. 5,000 yards, 39-10. Don't make the playoffs. What a joke. Dillon, 781, 11 touchdowns. Brown, 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns, 115 catches. Blackwell, 1,000 with 12. Darby, 900 with 6. It's crazy. On defense, Barnes, 109 for tackles. Sack totals, 12.5 for Clark, 11 for Judge, 8.5 for Gary, 3.5 for Hill. Interceptions, 4 for Peters, 3 for Bowie, 2 for Okereke, 2 for Alexander, and a few ones. Elliott, the MVP. That's surprising. I really don't think we're going to have much up here. Actually, no, we might. Coach D. Urban Meyer. Love should be up here. He's at 6. That's kind of insulting. He had a great year. Defensive player of the year, Nick Bosa. Nothing. Offensive rookie. Hey, Theo Cappers, number 9, defensive rookie. Nothing. Crazy. What a bad Super Bowl. Seahawks beat the Chiefs 16-7. Bobby Wagner, Super Bowl MVP. Just very, very weird. We're going to take one more look at our team, look at the players we drafted, we picked up in free agency, and then we're going to end this video. So on offense, Love's up to superstar, by the way. Rogan has star. We drafted Moorhead, Aldridge, Randall, Tiller. And then Rogan, Darby, Blackwell's up to start. So that's 7 on offense. There's other players, of course, the computer drafted. But I'm just counting the people I drafted. Then on defense, Bradham has star development. So we drafted him. We drafted Bowie. Devine has star. Judge up to superstar, who started out in normal. Hill. We drafted Whitley. We drafted Whiteside. Worthy, technically. It's just kind of a shame. This team shouldn't really be doing that bad. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what team you want to see me do next down in the comments below. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time.